2021 is not the year that romance died. So Valentine's, let's see what we can do on a lockdown. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Mom Journeys. On this channel, we love to look better, feel better, and do better. Now, if this is your first time, welcome. My name is Agogo. If you've been here before, welcome back. You know how I feel about all my return subscribers. Today we're going to be talking about Valentines. Valentines are just a couple of days away, and it's just been on my mind a little bit more because we're on a lockdown in London, and for some reason I just wanted to be a bit special, something special this year. So I want to do something, and it got me thinking, it got me researching and what type of things I could do on that day, how to make it a special day for myself and my husband, and a couple of ideas came to mind. Now, we don't want 2021 to be the year that romance died. Every day should be a Valentine's for every couple, but that's not the reality. So Valentine's Day has been set aside for like a special day to just talk about your love, talk about what it means to you and everything. So let me just take you through to the things I found that you could actually do with your spouse or your significant other. Okay, so if you're not in the same geographical location, that happens because sometimes for work reasons or for whatever reasons your spouse has to be away from you on that particular day. That does not mean that romance is still going to die in that instance. There's so much you can do. So number one is you could have arranged for a special surprise present to be sent to them. If you wanted to do that, there's so many services out there that provide that type of thing. Just even normal online shopping, you just do some shopping for them and send a gift to them. That's number one that you could do. Send a gift to them, something you know that they would love, something you know that they would value. So for a man, that gift could be a t-shirt, could be a shirt, could be a jacket, whatever you think they might be needing at this point in time, they would value it. Or it could be a fragrance. Just delve into what you know your man likes or your lady likes, and then send it to them when you're not in the same geographical location. Especially if it's a surprise, they would just love it. Yeah. And things you can actually do together whilst you're not in the same place. So schedule a video call. Yeah, schedule a video call, and on that video call you guys would definitely, because this is the time for affirmations, for talking. So you talk about your relationship, what has been going well, what you guys are loving together, how you are managing to cope with the distance apart, where your relationship is at that point in time. It's always good to check with your spouse, check with your significant other on a regular basis. So schedule a video call and just have that kind of lovely romantic, we could even do reminiscent conversation, remember things, and it just makes you feel good and makes you love the person even more. Yeah. And another thing you could do is you could write them a WhatsApp message. Yep, WhatsApp, these apps these days, all the different apps that you can message with are good and useful to do this. You just write a very loving, like a love letter type message, and actually just pour your heart out to them. You know where your relationship at, so you know what works for you and what you can actually do with who you're with. Okay, now another thing is you can do is buy a card. When you buy a card, you know, especially the ones without any words in them. Yes, you could actually look for words, the ones that have words that actually have an impact in your relationship, that when you read them you actually feel, yes, this is actually speaking to us. It is like our type of thing. You can get cards of that type of nature, or get a card that's blank and then really like put down words of encouragement, or write down a poem if you're good at doing that, and just, or look for poetry. You search for poetry. Google is good for that. Just say love poetries, or romantic poetry, and then you'll see quite a lot, and then you can search through and pick out something that actually speaks to your relationship, that type of thing. So you could do that as well. Yeah, write a love letter and send it to them. Yeah, I love it when I get an actual written message from my husband. He hasn't done that in a very long time, but when we first started, we didn't have mobile phones. We didn't have all what we have now, that you can just instantly send a message and just convey how you're feeling to the person. But he used to write me letters, because we had a time apart where our relationship was long distance, and he would write me yonks of letters, and I used to treasure those letters. So writing a love letter is something that is still, in my opinion, I would value it if I got one from my husband. Yep. So those are things I think you can do when you're not in the same location. And video calls, like I said before, that can be done. A Zoom meet could be done as well. But yeah, when you're not together, something like that. Now, if you are together, there's a bit more you can do together. And number one could be, you can still do these things I said before. Write the letter and put it on his pillow. So maybe he's out of the room, then you place a letter on the pillow for him to see when he comes back into the room, and then he sees it and has a read of it. I feel it's something that touches the heart when it's like handwritten and somebody is able to read them. I love that. Yeah. Then another thing you could do is just decorate your house, create that atmosphere. My outfit today is Valentine inspired. You know, the red is very much the color of Valentine everywhere you see now. Even when they're trying to sell you stuff, the cards are all red. So let's have a look at my outfit for today. It's just a red top, beautiful top, and white pants. I just paired it with black sandals, and there you have it. So you could just decorate your house, some DIY decorations. I'm going to show you some DIY decorations in another video of stuff you can do with simple stuff in the house to create that atmosphere, to just create that romantic atmosphere. We don't want romance to die in 2021. So we'll do that. So decorate the house. That could create an atmosphere, and plan something together. A date movie night. So you pick out a movie that you want the two of you to watch. I think it is good to do this. He'll pick his movie that he wants you to watch, and then you pick a movie that you want him to watch. So probably your taste will not be the same, but sometimes it does happen that your taste will be the same. But you do it like that, and then two of you agree to what day you want to watch it, and then you set the scene. If you have children, put them to bed early, get them to rest, to be out of the way early, and then you have your movie date night. Have the popcorn set out. If you like popcorn, whatever snack or thing that you like to have when you're watching your movies, just do that. There's chocolate. You could do chocolate, strawberries dipped in chocolate. Have champagne, do mocktails, do cocktails. Have a movie date night and cuddle up together and watch. Like I said, he brings you a movie suggests a movie and you suggest one, and you have to watch it together. You could do anything with that movie. You could criticize it, you could sit quietly and watch it, whatever, but just have fun together and be and create that atmosphere of two of you being together and spending time together. You could do a dinner date number 2, a dinner date. Set up everywhere, get the place all looking nice, the ambience beautiful, candles lit and everything. Really set the table. On another video, I'm going to show you how I would love to set my table for a dinner date. That's my plan for my Valentines for my husband, because I don't really do all this type of things. So I just want to do it this year, do something different this year for him. So you could have that dinner date. You could plan to cook together if it's something he loves to do, or he could cook for you if it's something he loves to do as well. It doesn't matter who's doing the cooking. You could do it together, you could do it for him, depending. Just arrange a dinner date and spend time together. Actually, probably even dress up for it. You can go to whatever extent of dressing up, go real glam and go out of the way to really look smashing, because we do miss that. I don't know about you guys, but I do miss, you know, dressing up to go somewhere. Number 3 is you could have a games night / casino night, depending on what you guys like. Just set up your coffee table like a casino, play some blackjacks, a games night, play some Monopoly or some Scrabble. Because these days you think that people tend to have nights like that. It's very rare and more now. I think Netflix takes over everybody's life more. The television takes over everybody's life more. But if you actually want to make it special, make it different, set up like a games night or casino night. Number 4, a spa / massage night or evening. Now both of you can do this. You massage him, he massages you. Do a pedicure, soak his feet, and actually get it done for him. And then he could return the favor if he knows how to do it. If not, while you're done his one and he watches you do your one, just spending time together, have a nice chat, giggle, laugh. Number 5, if you have a big bathtub, you could both have a soak. That's if 2 of you can fit into it. If 2 of you cannot fit into it, you could run the bath for him. He has a soak. Probably you would have run your own bath before and had your soak, and you're all relaxed, and then you guys can do whatever you want to do, carrying on from that. Okay, while you had your dinner date night, you could have done like a takeout instead of you actually cooking. That would have been a nice one to do as well, because that way you're helping the restaurants out there who are really struggling. Uber Eats would deliver the food to you, and the other one, I can't, Just Eat, yeah, that's another service that brings the food to you. And you have a takeout night from whatever couple of courses you want to do, and then everyone is somewhat happy because you didn't have to stress yourself to cook the food. Not really so much of stress if you love to cook, but it gives you that opportunity to also do something for the economy, which is really struggling at the moment, and for businesses who are really struggling at the moment. So that's a good one. Another one you could do is that should be number 7 now. You could get a book, and it's a read a book to him time. So you could get a book that you two want to share together, and you do the reading to him, and then if he wants to, he can do the reading to you. I think it's so romantic when you listen to your spouse when they either are reading to you or talking to you. It's something that we don't really explore and examine. Sometimes not it might be very hard to suggest this to someone, because even when I mentioned it to my husband about reading a book to each other, he was like, oh, snooze fest. But I'm like, yeah, it's the idea is not about it's getting you guys to relax and spend the time together. So if he falls asleep when you're reading to him, it's actually quite a nice thing, in my opinion. Or if he reads to you and you start to feel really relaxed and you fall asleep, it's actually really, really nice. I do love to hear my husband's voice on the phone, and I love to hear him talk to me. And if you're sat together or in bed sat together and he's reading a book to you and you're reading a book, or you're reading a book to him, it's quite a very cozy picture in my head. Some people might not like it, but it's a suggestion. If you want to try it, try it. It's very nice to listen to your spouse's voice. I think so. Okay, the next one is, if all these that I've suggested don't work for you, you can postpone Valentine's. Set yourself a date in future that you want to spend the time together and actually commit to it. And then on that time that you set in future, you can actually do a couple or more of these things that I've said. Just really spend time together and do things together, but you have to commit to that date and say, oh, I want us to have a time together. I want us to do something together that we can actually, you know, look back. It's important to always plan things as a couple, to really something different from your day-to-day activity, because yes, you might be doing some of these things on your day-to-day activity, but it's not like a planned, set out, romantic, going out of your way to plan something situation. So it's important to always set that time apart and create that, you know, sense of we're doing something with intent and purpose, yeah, that is romantic and like, you know, committing to each other that time. Okay, so I hope you loved this video, guys. I really loved researching about it because it even made me think more of things I could do for my husband. And because love is giving, it's not about taking all the time. You know your spouse better, and you know where their strengths are, and you know where their weaknesses are. You know yourself as well. You know where your strength is, and you know where your weaknesses are. And it's one of my weaknesses to actually plan things and do things for my husband. So I want to do this, and I want to plan something special for Valentine's. So that's one of the reasons why I did this research, and it made me think about it critically, and just wanted to share it with you guys. So on that note, if you haven't subscribed and you like my content, go down into the subscribe button, click on it, and right next to it is the notification bell that allows you to not miss any of my content. I know that a couple of you are quite very much invested in my channel, and I love you guys for it. And then the ones who haven't come to invest in it, come on guys, come join us, because it's a place where we want to learn stuff. We want to look better, feel better, and do better. So that's what we're going to be doing on here. So on that note, guys, I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.